For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Camping and Leisure with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you guys a bit of a review on some new exciting models from Kampa. So with me here I've got the Kampa Motor Rally Driveaway series. So the series, they've actually, it was launched in 2018 with the 330, which turned out to be incredibly popular and something that's been very much in demand for the 2018 season. Going forward into 2019 season, there are some chops and changes to the model, but there's also introduction of more sizes as well. So the reason being that it's probably been so popular is mainly because it feels like a caravan awning, but you've also got the versatility of being able to drive away. So you've still got the fixed awnings that Kampa do and still were very high in demand, but this is a different concept that feels more like them. But like I said, you can drive off to the shops and come back and reattach and still have that kind of homely feel. So the 330 still carries on in driveway mixture, no different in terms of the way it fits on or anything like that. You've got a dual beading which you can add a fixing kit onto and put it into a winder awning, or most importantly probably it fits best when, like we have here, just throwing the straps over the top and take the adjustment up. And you can always check out our own Attwoolls pitching and packing videos when it comes to these particular models as well, and it shows you how quick, easy it is to put, like I said, myself putting them up for you. The new introduction of the sizes, so you've got a 330 which we knew about last year, but you've also now got the introduction of a new 260 designed for more smaller VWs or more like essentially slightly taller vans, mid vans, looking along the lines of low profile motorhomes. Alternatively, if you had more like a transit, that's a really good option for you as well. And there's also one that sits above this, which is the 390. So if you want that, just a bit more extra room than you have with the 330, that's a good option. Personally, I still see the 330 being the one that's most popular, but I think the 260 definitely be a close second. We're going to have one of these up on our indoor display showroom, so if you want to obviously see what you're buying and touch it, feel it and get a real good concept of it, I imagine we'll have the 260 up on display for you guys to see. So definitely pop down and have a look at that. One thing I was very sort of initially concerned about when you see the 260, obviously because it's taller than the van, was the drainage. And that's one thing when we had really terrible weather here, absolutely lashed it down. And I came out here and people were thinking a bit mad because I was out here at Brolly, checking and seeing whether there's any water ingress anywhere. But it was due, to be fair, it was sloping off, draining off, going through the gutters, and not a single drop came in, which I thought was class, especially as the main body's sealed, but the bit at the back is really only meant to be kind of a sheltered area to and from the awning. To the dry, it's not designed to be completely watertight, but I was incredibly impressed with it. All of them have a single inflation point located in the middle here, and that will pump up the whole awning and pretty much freestand. One thing I always find is you probably, if you peg it out first, then pump it up and then attach it, I find that's easier to do, necessarily because the way it works. So you've got one single inflation point, but several deflation points throughout the awning, and what's one thing you find is a bit easier to get the air out and pack it away, as you can see, like I said, in our Attwoolls pitching videos. You've got these single point base and guy rope points all in there, so it's much easier to pitch the whole thing, but you bear in mind you need also to look at additional storm straps to give you extra bracing across the width. Those are an optional extra. You have the ability to actually remove both of the side panels and add an extra annex on there as well, so you can sleep extra people, not necessarily if you've got a small vehicle like that, you can sleep people in the awning, or extra annexes as well, so it can be kind of a bit bigger. Generally, I think it looks incredibly sharp, and I can see why it pretty much sold out nearly everywhere during 2018. I can see it being a very similar scenario for 2019, but let's have a look on the inside and see what else the Motor Rally Driveaway has got to offer. So now we're in the driveway, you can kind of get a bit more feel for it, and the first thing you can see is the sheer amount of height you've got inside of it. It's pretty much divine. You've got, I can't even quite touch that, it's about 235 to that point there, and it just really helps to make it fit nice to the vehicle. It just allows it, like I said, to flow really nicely and be more of a living area rather than what traditional driveway awnings are. It's almost like a separate part. It feels part of the awning. You've got two beautiful big PVC windows straight through the front to get plenty of clarity on the day, and yet again you've also got curtains to get the privacy you want to. A little toggle part here just keeps us curtains in that sort of traditional home style, And then you've got a little strap to keep the curtain nice and tight to the sort of window panel itself. And there's a nice new pattern, which looks a little bit more classy if you ask me, rather than the kind of the bathtub style curtain that they've previously done before. So that I think is a really big improvement. You've also got a second zip built onto the front panel as well. Because you can't remove these, you can basically bring it to the side and open it up either way, but the side panels can pretty much be removed as well. Like I said, to put an annex on, like we have here. Alternatively, if you just want to move it as like a gazebo, kind of an extra, you can do so. The second zip allows you to zip a mesh panel on the front, give yourself good circulation there, so when you roll the doors back, you've still got a good circulation there without having to worry about the bugs and critters coming in. Alternatively, what you can do is almost create like a little veranda style part to it, like so. So when your mesh panel's still in place, you get good, like I said, a good flow of air in without having the bugs coming in as well. So because it's a 1-point inflation, you've got little valves located to zip sorted. So 1-point inflation at the front here, then that distributes itself up through here and then through the pipework into the remaining valves across and actually down to these beams here as well. So like I said, you can see our video of how easy it was to pump up. Alternatively, there's a Gale electric pump you can use which runs off a cigarette lighter, which, you know, digitally set it, press it, sit back, relax and have a beer. The joys of these sort of isolation taps is that actually when it's sizzling up, you can then make sure every beam is individual. So if you wanted to, you know, worst case scenario, had an issue, you can unzip the main part, get to the bladder, replace or repair that, and you're good to go again, really. So that's the joys of it. It essentially is a very easy fitment to replace if need be. The thing I do like about this, like I say, it doesn't feel like it's, because it's freestanding, you've still got the versatility to detach it, drive away, seal it up, and there's big doors at the back here, which are, in a second I'll grab the camera and give you a bit more of an eye's view of what's going on, which allow you to back onto it and create a little bit of mini storage behind here where the second door is, and or you can have it completely open, like I said, to feel at home. But in addition, on the attachment, they've actually added a doorway so you can enter through the bit between the vehicle and the awning. So you can, again, you've got one either side, so it doesn't mean you have to go through the awning every single time with your annexes either side. It just makes it come easier to get in and out of it. Yeah, again, the attachment strap, so you've got the ability to adjust it so it fits multiple vehicles. And traditionally, I've always said it fits better when you throw the straps over the top, even though you have got like an awning bit of CADA that's just pushed back a little bit from the straps that you can actually put into a fixing kit and then into a winder awning. But really, really nice. Let me grab the camera and we'll talk a bit more. I'll actually show you some of the other models we've got as well. So bear with me a second. Okay, right. So like I said, we're inside of it here, and you can see that's obviously got two panels there, and the beam goes down. So we've got one door shut and one door open. So it depends on which way the door is going to be. It allows you access to kind of be multiple placing doors, different placing doors. But again, you've got a bit of storage area there and a door either side. Yet again, just to kind of allow you access into the main body without going through. You've got different straps. You've got one taking up the sort of the height there to alter the width, and then there's a separate strap located here that goes across to brace that width and get that roof looking nice and taut. But as you can see, there's a whole sort of extra storage area behind here if you wanted, or have it as nice open into the main body. So it really does make it quite a nice little idea. Moving forward, we'll head on round. And we've got the that's a slightly 330 there, same kind of thing. The attachment's really just a more of a separate part. But then you've got the 260, which is a really nice little model. Like I said, fits quite nicely onto the rail. You've still got that side attachment door. And it's no different. Just obviously a little smaller miniature version of it. Same concept. And you've got, like I said, that, on this version here, a little strap just across, just to brace it so you can actually use it again, use that door as you kind of want it to. But it works really well with, like I said, this little T5 here, so you can open the sliding doors more than happily and not have to worry about it. but a really sharp model. And like I said, here you go. So you can keep that panel shut, enter the side door like this, and then you're in. So really impressive model. Some, I think, like I said, it's one of those things you want to come into the showroom and see just to double check, because I think it just looks so smart on a motor awning, and there's no kind of, it's obvious why kind of I'm quite excited about it, to be fair. But any questions or queries, of course, do feel free to let us know. Of course, comment in the box below, and if not be, check our website out where we've got all these products and all the information all located in one easy place for you. So that, in theory, and is the Kampa Motor Rally Driveaway models 260, 330, and then the 390 as well.